Discover why entrepreneurs turn to Stoic philosophies for motivation. In the helix of high-stakes decision-making and relentless pressure, today's entrepreneurs are akin to the ancient generals leading their troops into battle, where the mind's fortitude is as crucial as the might of armies. Stoicism, an age-old philosophy, has emerged as the silent ally for these modern warriors of commerce. It offers a bastion of wisdom for those at the helm of today's corporate leviathans. Imagine standing at the helm of a colossal organization, a leviathan of commerce, steering it through the maelstrom of market fluctuations, technological revolutions, and ever-evolving consumer desires. It is a role that marries immense power with immense responsibility, the ultimate test of one's character, resilience, and vision. It is no wonder then that many entrepreneurs, those modern-day stewards of industry and innovation, have turned to the ancient wisdom of Stoicism. This chapter will explore the magnetic pull of Stoic philosophies among entrepreneurs and why its principles of rationality, self-control, and focus on internal rather than external validation resonate deeply with those who occupy the corner office. The Stoic resurgence in the corporate world. In the cyclical narrative of human intellectual pursuits, the ancient teachings of Stoicism have re-emerged like a venerable phoenix from the ashes of history, finding renewed vigor within the hearts and minds of contemporary corporate leaders. The historical roots of Stoicism and its modern appeal. The seeds of Stoicism were sown in the fertile grounds of early 3rd century BC Greece. In the painted Stoa, a decorated colonnade in the heart of Athens, Zeno of Citium articulated a philosophy that would echo through the ages. Stoicism, his brainchild, was a framework designed for the cultivation of a resilient soul, capable of withstanding the vicissitudes of fortune. Stoicism preached the pursuit of virtue as the only true good and taught that external events could neither harm nor benefit the soul, only one's judgments about them could. This ancient wisdom provided a mental armor equally as vital for the agoras of old as for the boardrooms of today. In the contemporary corporate coliseum, where volatility is the only constant, Stoicism's allure becomes self-evident. Its principles offer an anchor in the storm, a recipe for equanimity amidst chaos. The modern appeal of Stoicism lies not in esoteric jargon or abstract theorizing, but in practical, actionable strategies for maintaining composure in the face of adversity. Profiles of contemporary entrepreneurs who advocate for Stoicism. The Stoic battalion in the corporate realm is led by commanders who wear their armor with discreet elegance. Visionaries like Tim Cook of Apple and Bill Gates of Microsoft have subtly woven Stoic threads into their leadership tapestries. Their profiles share a common thread: the ability to remain imperturbable despite the tumult that characterizes the tech industry. Take Cook, who ascended to the throne in the shadow of a colossus, Steve Jobs. His tenure has been a testament to Stoic virtues, measured response to both failure and success, strategic vision unmarred by emotional turbulence, and decisions that speak of a mind deeply aware of its ethical responsibilities. Similarly, Gates's philanthropic endeavors are reflective of a Stoic commitment to the greater good, a profound understanding that wealth and status are but indifferent things, valued only when used virtuously. The parallels between Stoic virtues and corporate leadership. The Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance are not mere footnotes in ancient texts. They are the cardinal directions on the compass of corporate leadership. Wisdom, in the Stoic sense, manifests in the corporate world as strategic foresight, a comprehension of the market's ebb and flow, informed not by passion but by calm rationality. Courage is seen in the ability to make unpopular but necessary decisions, to steer the corporate ship through uncharted waters with unwavering resolve. Justice is reflected in ethical business practices, in the recognition of the corporation's role in the larger societal mosaic. And temperance? It's the executive's restraint in the face of excess, the measured allocation of resources, and the avoidance of the seductive lure of hubris. The congruence between Stoic virtues and effective leadership is not coincidental. It is the very essence of what it means to lead, a concept that has not dimmed but rather intensified with the passage of time. The pillars of Stoicism and their application to leadership. In the tapestry of Stoicism, 4 cardinal virtues are interwoven, creating a robust mosaic of moral philosophy that has transcended epochs to offer guidance to today's corporate shepherds. Understanding the 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Stoicism stands upon the shoulders of 4 towering virtues, each representing a fundamental aspect of the ethical life, as relevant to the ancient Stoic as to the modern CEO. Wisdom, the first pillar, is the cultivated art of discernment. It is the judicious allocation of resources, the strategic retreats, and the sagacious advances in the corporate realm. The Stoic leader, like a seasoned chess player, knows that true wisdom lies not in a single move, but in the overarching understanding of the game. Courage, the second virtue, is the mettle that drives a CEO to stand firm in the face of adversity. It's not just the bravery of bold decisions, but the resolve to maintain integrity when the market's siren songs beckon toward an easier, less virtuous path. Justice speaks of fairness, the equitable treatment of stakeholders, from the boardroom to the factory floor. A Stoic leader's scales are balanced, measuring success not just by profits but by the welfare of employees and the community at large. Temperance, the final virtue, is the art of restraint. It is a buffer against the excesses of corporate greed, a reminder that the pursuit of profit must be tempered by moderation and a sense of greater purpose. Case studies of Stoicism in action within corporate decision-making. The theoretical becomes tangible through case studies that demonstrate Stoic principles in the crucible of corporate decision-making. Consider a CEO facing a hostile takeover. Armed with wisdom, she assesses her options not with frantic calculation, but with a calm appraisal of her company's long-term vision. Summoning courage, she resists the urge to capitulate, crafting a counter-strategy that aligns with her company's core values. Justice is her guiding light, ensuring that in the struggle, her employees' jobs and customers' trust are not collateral damage. And temperance? It is the restraint that prevents her from rash actions, guiding her to a solution that ensures the company's survival without sacrificing its soul. Strategies for implementing Stoic principles in daily business practices. How does a leader steep daily business practices in the waters of Stoic philosophy? It begins with the cultivation of a reflective practice, perhaps starting each day with a meditative review of these 4 cardinal virtues, asking oneself, how can I apply these principles today? Then, infuse the decision-making process with wisdom by encouraging diverse perspectives, recognizing that the most profound insights often emerge from the confluence of multiple streams of thought. Embrace courage by setting a tone that not only tolerates, but celebrates principled stands, even and especially when they defy conventional wisdom. Navigating corporate challenges with a Stoic mindset. In the ever-shifting landscape of corporate affairs, a Stoic mindset serves as a compass through the storm, providing a perspective that turns every obstacle into an opportunity for growth. The role of amor fati in embracing business volatility. The Stoic concept of amor fati, or the love of one's fate, is a clarion call to embrace life's unpredictability with open arms. In the corporate sphere, this translates to a robust affection for the inherent volatility of business. It is the spirited embrace of market fluctuations, the unexpected merger proposals, or the sudden shifts in consumer trends as not merely experiences to endure, but to cherish. Imagine the CEO who, when confronted with a sudden downturn in the market, exclaims, not with despair, but with a sense of invigorating challenge, "This is what I was trained for." This leader sees volatility not as a threat but as a proving ground for the company's adaptability and resilience, a fertile ground for innovation and transformation. Memento mori and risk management. Memento mori, the practice of remembering, user tool in the arsenal of corporate strategy. It might seem incongruous at first glance to pair the solemn reminder of life's finitude with the dynamism of corporate risk management, but the connection is profound and pragmatic. For the corporate leader, memento mori acts as a sobering force, a counterbalance to the intoxication of unchecked ambition. It reminds them that every venture carries the seed of its demise, urging a thorough consideration of potential pitfalls. In the context of risk management, this awareness sharpens the focus on sustainability and ethical decision-making. It's a stark reminder that companies are not just profit-generating entities, but also stewards of societal and environmental well-being. The prudent leader, guided by memento mori, navigates risk with a judicious hand, neither paralyzed by fear of failure nor blind to the hubris of overconfidence. In the calculation of risks, they recognize the transient nature of success and the inevitability of setbacks, shaping strategies that are resilient, responsible, and reflective of the broader impact on the community and future generations. The Stoic response to failure and success. The Stoic leader is well acquainted with the duality of outcome. Success and failure are but two sides of the same coin. Stoicism equips leaders with the fortitude to meet both with equanimity. Failure is approached not as a defeat, but as a fertile ground for learning and growth. When a project falls short, or a product fails to meet the market's need, the Stoic-minded leader sifts through the aftermath for lessons, applying them as seeds for future endeavors. They stand resilient, a testament to the belief that what does not harm their moral character only strengthens their resolve. Conversely, success is welcomed but held lightly, free from attachment. It is not seen as a pinnacle but a plateau, a space to gather strength for the next ascent. Triumphs are celebrated, yet they are never allowed to cloud judgment or instill complacency. The leader remains vigilant, aware that today's success story is tomorrow's history, and that resting on laurels is the antithesis of progress. In weaving the narrative of the story, a Stoic philosophy is not presented as a mere theoretical construct, but as a lived experience, a set of principles actively at work in the realm of corporate leadership. The seamless connection between thoughts ensures that each concept, amor fati, in the acceptance of change, memento mori in the sobriety of planning, and the balanced response to outcomes, is not only explored but demonstrated in action, thereby providing a blueprint for the Stoic-minded leader navigating the contemporary corporate odyssey. Delving into the Stoic CEO's toolkit, we unearth practical strategies for integrating Stoicism into the daily grind of corporate leadership and beyond, fostering a resilient and motivated mindset. Daily Stoic exercises and routines for the busy CEO. The landscape of a CEO's mind can be as cluttered as the desk of a frenzied trader, with responsibilities and decisions creating a relentless whirlwind. Amid this chaos, Stoic exercises serve as the CEO's mental decluttering tools, much like the steady hands of a gardener who prunes away the unnecessary to reveal the shape and beauty of the plant beneath. One such exercise might be the morning reflection, where before the digital onslaught of emails and messages, the CEO takes a moment to meditate upon the Stoic virtues. Envisioning the day ahead, they ask themselves how wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance can be threaded through their impending decisions. They might keep a journal, a modern-day meditations in the vein of Marcus Aurelius, chronicling challenges and insights, grounding themselves in their Stoic principles, building a Stoic culture within an organization, a culture of Stoicism. Within an organization is like the deep roots of an ancient oak, providing stability and nourishment. It begins with the CEO as the cultivator, embodying the Stoic virtues and planting them within the soil of the company's ethos. This cultivation involves the propagation of Stoic principles through mentorship and example. It means rewarding not only outcomes but also the processes and ethical comportment that align with Stoic thought. Through workshops, shared readings, and open discussions, the CEO nurtures a culture where challenges are reframed as opportunities for growth, and personal development is valued as highly as professional achievement. Long-term motivation and the concept of the inner citadel. At the heart of the Stoic CEO's toolkit is the concept of the inner citadel, a metaphorical fortress within which lies their core self. impervious to the external whirlwinds of market fluctuations and societal pressures. This citadel is the bastion of long-term motivation, for it houses the CEO's highest values and aspirations. To build this citadel, the CEO must embark on a continuous journey of self-reflection and personal development, fortifying their character against the temptations of short-term gains and the corrosive effects of stress and pressure. They turn inward to recharge, finding within themselves a wellspring of motivation that is aligned with the greater good of their organization and society. The narrative weaves together the intimate practices of the Stoic CEO with the broader cultivation of a philosophical culture within their organization, culminating in the construction of a resilient inner citadel. These subsections, interlinked, do not merely prescribe a set of actions, but embody a transformational process, a metamorphosis from reactive leadership to a proactive embodiment of Stoic resilience and motivation. The discourse unfolds as a continuous thread, a narrative journey that offers both the theoretical underpinnings and the practical applications of Stoicism in the high-stakes arena of corporate leadership. Embarking on the final leg of our journey through the Stoic philosophy and contemporary leadership, we reach a critical crossroads where praise intertwines with critique, and from such interaction, a deeper understanding is born. Criticisms and counterpoints. Stoicism in the 21st century. Stoicism, like any philosophy applied to the rigors of leadership, is not without its detractors. Its principles, while time-honored, face the relentless scrutiny of modern thought. Addressing common criticisms of Stoicism in leadership. One prevailing criticism is that Stoicism advocates for a form of emotional suppression, an unforgiving inner regime that leaves little room for human vulnerability. Detractors suggest that such a philosophy, when donned as armor by the CEO, may lead to a leadership that is disconnected from the emotional well-being of its team. This, they argue, can engender a corporate culture that prioritizes success and resilience over genuine human connection. However, this interpretation may stem from a misunderstanding of Stoic emotional management, which in essence does not seek to deny emotions but to prevent them from overrunning reason. It's a dance between the heart and the mind, where each step is measured not by the distance covered, but by the harmony of movement. The balance of empathy and detachment. The true test of Stoic leadership lies in striking a balance between empathy and detachment, a tightrope walk above the canyon of corporate decision-making. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another, is an essential leadership quality. Yet, Stoicism teaches that an excess can cloud judgment. Detachment, in contrast, is often mistaken for cold indifference, while it is more akin to a serene island in a sea of chaos, offering a viewpoint unswayed by the storms of circumstance. Leaders must then be like the seasoned captains who navigate these waters, drawing near enough to see the reflection of their crew in the waves, but far enough to chart the course by the stars of Stoic virtues. The Stoic legacy in modern business philosophy. Stoicism's legacy in business philosophy cannot be understated. Its threads are woven through the tapestry of modern management theories that emphasize resilience, adaptability, and ethical leadership. Yet the question remains, does Stoicism still hold its ground in the digital age, an era teeming with instant gratification and relentless innovation? It does, perhaps now more than ever, as a counterbalance to the ephemeral and the volatile. It serves as a grounding force, reminding leaders that amidst the fleeting trends and market frenzies, the core tenets of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance remain as guiding lights. Conclusion: the future of Stoicism in leadership. As the chapter, and indeed our extensive discourse, draws to a close, we are left to ponder the future trajectory of Stoic philosophy within the echelons of leadership. Stoicism stands not as an anachronistic relic, but as a living, breathing guide that evolves with each generation of leaders who embrace its principles. The synthesis of Stoic philosophy and leadership reveals it as more than a set of strategies. It is a mindset, a way of life that transcends the boundaries of time and the fluctuations of economic tides. Its evolution continues as contemporary leaders interpret and apply its virtues, shaping it with the indelible mark of their experience and insights. In the hearts and minds of entrepreneurs who navigate the labyrinth of corporate challenges, the Stoic virtues are internalized, forming an unshakable foundation of motivation. As long as the complexities of leadership persist, as long as the unpredictable nature of business remains, Stoicism will find fertile ground to grow, to inspire, and to guide. Thus, we conclude, fortified by the knowledge that Stoicism, in its essence, endures not as a mere philosophical doctrine, but as a companion to the motivated, the resilient, the visionaries at the helm of modern enterprise. Through a fabric of meticulously constructed arguments, enriched by the vividness of similes and the weight of comparisons, the narrative has sought to establish a robust, interconnected discourse on Stoicism and leadership. Each section, a thread in the larger tapestry, contributes to the final picture, a timeless philosophy serving as a beacon for the contemporary Stoic CEO.